Welcome back, world. You already know we in the building, man. Moving Forward podcast once again, man.
Yes, sir. We
You
got a
already
special
know.
guest today, man. Introduce yourself, man.
How's it going? We got Jake James in the building.
Jake motherfucking James,
That's
man.
a fact, man.
What's
That's a
good,
fact,
man?
Nothing much. Just been working.
I
working
see,
heavy.
man.
Absolutely.
Yo, man, Jake, where you from, bro?
So I'm originally from upstate New York. I grew up in Hudson, New York, small town near Albany.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in public housing there for a while. Moved down to the city when I was about 16 to pursue my dream in music, and now we here.
Oh,
God
that's
damn,
dope.
man.
That's a story.
Hey, I was listening to you on your joint, and you was talking about like the housing project. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to speak to Jay and see how that living was. Like, how was the living in that environment? How was
How
it for
it influenced
you?
So
you,
like
your
in
music.
the hip hop industry, you see me right. I'm a white kid with a comb over. It takes people off guard
With
when
a
they
comb
hear me
over.
rapping about some other shit. But it was a tough experience for me growing up. Family went through some hardships. Ended up moving to public housing when I was probably like 14 in my younger life, and I don't know. That shit changed me completely. Changed my music completely.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up being like the man of the house because of some personal shit that happened with my family. But you know, you just gotta work through that shit and get to the next
Move
step.
forward.
What's
Hell
the name?
yeah.
What's the name of the project?
The name of the project I just dropped is called Conflict Theory.
Uh-huh.
We dropped that about 2 months ago. We did a little tour.
And it's dope too.
Thank you, I
It's
appreciate
dope.
it.
It's dope. We just was listening to it here before you came.
You got
But
Mary on the joint,
not
huh?
that project.
Yeah,
I mean the public housing project.
Oh,
that
the
you
public
from. housing
project. There's no like name of the project in
no-
particular. No.
There's no name for it.
No.
You
Oh,
ain't
it
got no
just-
sides, areas.
Nah, upstate
like,
the projects are different. It's not like the projects down here.
Yo, upstate coming, man. Like you got
Yeah, we
Benny the
coming
Butcher,
heavy.
you got all them Buffalo rappers
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy,
Definitely.
man.
Some Albany rappers doing their thing right now too.
That's a fact, man.
Definitely.
So, what caught the ears of Rel Carter?
What caught the ears of Rel Carter?
Wait,
so
hold on. Not to cut you. Sorry about that. Man.
I dug deep too. I went too
it's
far.
early.
It's too early.
What made you make the decision to rap? Like what caught your ear to be like, yo, this is something I'm doing?
shit.
Like what artist that caught you was like, yo,
Honestly,
His
like
living situation, right?
a lot of it was my living situation. I always loved hip hop growing up. I say like in the early stages, it was probably Mac Miller because he had a different sound than any other white rapper. I was never like an Eminem person or anything like that.
Mhm.
But then like as I grew and my life experiences changed, like I could not relate to Mac Miller in any way because he like had this whole good vibes thing going on.
Right.
And like my life was hard as shit. Ended up with that whole situation we just talked about. So Meek was honestly the person who inspired me most in the early stages
Shout
of my
out
career.
Meek Mill.
Shout out Meek Mill. Happy he out. He winning right now. So I have to say he's probably currently my biggest influence.
Mhm.
And in terms
that's
of
dope.
what I can relate to most in my music, that's probably the person.
You get a lot of black chicks, right? You fuck a lot of black pussy, right?
Actually, I just yeah.
You fuck a lot of black pussy,
No,
dog.
not like that. Not like that. I'm a man in a relationship with a beautiful African American woman.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what's up. You got some soul with you, bro. Word.
appreciate
you
it.
write
No,
your
that's
own rhymes and all that too, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Everybody coming at me like I don't write my own rhymes, but like
You
that's
can
just-
hear it though.
Yeah, I draw off life experiences. Like I wouldn't lie. I spit one verse. I was like, I was cold in the winter, like going to sleep with a jacket. People like someone wrote that for you. Like, why would I lie about that? Like,
That's a fact.
yeah, no
Damn,
way.
son, this is crazy, yo. This,
Yo, I was listening to your joint. Like when I heard it, I'm like, yo, man, let me
this
rewind.
not a white boy.
Let me rewind
Yeah,
a little
I
bit.
tend to, my image tend to catch people off guard a little bit, but yeah. Yeah.
You know who he remind me of?
That,
Not
that,
remind me
that
of, but
eviction fucked me up in my young days. So,
That'll do it though.
But-
hell
do
yeah,
it.
that shit turned me to an animal.
right.
Yeah.
UFO Feeve got the same type of persona too.
Yeah,
like
you
you'll
got
look
that
at him and
same
be
feel.
like,
yeah, that's a
you
fact.
don't look like what you spitting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, man. But
I try to
but
keep
it was
like that.
listen. I'm a hard critic. You know, my uncle always tell me that, but I fucks with your shit. Like your shit is definitely.
I appreciate it. I try to draw off the greats and respect the game as much as possible.
See, you heard what he said.
But you got who's your greats? First, because
Oh, we going down a whole nother
Yeah.
route right now.
Let him repeat that.
right. Say
you
it
heard
again.
that? What you said?
I said I gotta study the greats and respect the game.
You heard that?
what
Fuck
I gotta
Kodak
do.
Black, man. That's a
I ain't
fact.
gonna throw no shade on no new artists because they getting money, they living their dreams, they doing their thing.
The decisions that they made or making is kind of crazy.
Yeah, the way you get popping in media now is different. It's not about bars. It's not about lyricism. It's not about
trolling.
touching the people. It's about maybe trolling, maybe get on IG with some flex, and that's
Right.
not really the route I'm trying to take.
No doubt.
That's not how it used to be done.
Yeah, I respect him for that. He said the respect.
Well,
Much appreciated.
You know what
The
I'm
way
saying?
you talking, I can see that you come from a solid camp.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see.
I got
I can
my
see.
management company holding me down since I was a youngin', since I moved to New York City.
What's your management company?
My management company's Eject.
Okay.
We got my
Jack.
man Rags in the building on the camera.
Shout out to Rags. What's good?
Rags
Rags
what's
been my
good,
manager
man?
since
Good,
day
Rags.
one, keeping me straight. You feel me?
That's,
Yeah.
that's
Hell
how you
yeah.
supposed to, Rags. I fuck with him.
Yeah,
already.
my OGs kind of schooled me through this whole thing, so
That's
I
a
try to
fact.
come at it different.
Wait, say that again.
Can't wild like these young boys, you know.
Shit, yo.
OGs. He said his OGs is
That's a
schooling him
fact.
and keeping
So
him
you even
straight.
got mentors and everything, huh?
Yeah, I definitely got some mentors. Absolutely.
I see you just came. You fresh off tour, man. How
Yeah,
that came
yeah.
about?
So we went on tour with Rel Carter from Rock Nation. He
Okay.
A&R
Shout out to Rel
coordinator.
Carter.
Shout out my man Rel Carter. Absolutely.
You drink Douce?
Oh hell yeah.
We got
Hell
that
yeah.
here too.
Yo,
man.
I'm a big Hennessy drinker, but lately I've been transitioning to the
whoa,
Douce.
whoa.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't. Yeah,
Douce.
Hennessy, and got to keep that offline.
Hennessy beep.
You know,
Yeah,
Douce.
you can bleep that. You can bleep that. Don't drop
That's
a
my
bomb on
name,
it.
Douce
Yeah.
Show, man. I don't play. I'll be upset if they don't got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, how not to take his question.
I could
So
walk
Flo,
you through the whole,
you know?
the whole
Nah, we-
situation.
Go ahead.
What how did he catch the ear? Like how did he
Yeah.
catch the?
So it was a funny situation. So I went down to Atlanta for A3C
Ooh.
last year.
That's a
Oh.
special
Shout out ATL, hands down my favorite city in the
I
U.S.
bet
so
it
far.
is.
No
Never been to
doubt.
Cali, never been to Miami.
Not yet.
People
Not
be telling
yet.
me that's a step up. You can't.
Not yet.
I don't see how that could beat Atlanta, but we gonna see. So I was in Atlanta for A3C last year, and Rel had a listening session where he was basically scouting for new artists as an A&R. There must have been like 50 people at the listening session. It was in Patchwork Studios, legendary spot. Shout out
to
Patchwork.
Patchwork.
Absolutely. And yeah,
It's
I
a good
walked in.
studio,
I
too.
had one record to play. I walked in. I played my record out of center.
Okay.
And he was just like, "What the fuck?" I walked in. He told me, "I wrote you off the second you walked in the building." He said, "I looked at you. I thought you were gonna sound like Justin Bieber. I thought you were gonna be capping."
Right.
The second I hit play, he just looked at me like, "What?" And then on from there, built a relationship. Ended up going on tour. Got some other things in the works too. It's been
Right.
good.
Now the tour.
It's good, man.
Absolutely,
I wanted to talk about the tour. I know that was a great experience, wasn't it?
definitely. I've never been across the country. I mean, we've done shows in other states before. We did a show with Moneybagg down south last year. But this is the first time really traveling the country, getting to like connect with different fan bases and shit.
Mhm.
So it was a crazy
How
experience.
how did they take to you?
Great. I honestly, like the people that don't know me, I have fans in some cities, but the people that don't know me, they see me on stage and immediately they're like, what's he doing on stage? He
Right.
about to be on some auto-tune shit. But then
Right.
when I come out with some like,
Hip-hop.
I try to be passionate about my shit and express myself. They
Right.
get a little surprised. They start to vibe with it. So
Right.
the reception was great, and I'm just trying to carry that on to the next tour opportunities to come.
Dope
Definitely.
shit, man. Dope shit.
For
What
sure.
cities you touched?
Shit. We started South by Southwest in Texas.
Mm.
We went to Baltimore. We went to Columbia, South Carolina. Shout out Coalition DJs in South Carolina, North Carolina.
Right.
They've been holding me down. They were there for that first listening session too. We went to Washington, D.C. We went to Cleveland. We went to Cincinnati. Rags, where else we go, bro? We had the show at SOBs that we sold out. Shout out
Yeah, I
SOBs.
see- yeah,
That was
Yo,
that
I
joint
wa-
was crazy.
Yo, I was trying to get the SOBs, but Water was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, it's sold out, son. I can't get you a ticket." I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, that was
Yo.
so I never my music has not been released whatsoever until like 2 months ago till I
Right.
dropped my project. That was the first time any music
That's the
actually came
conflict
out.
theory.
Yeah, the conflict theory, and I
Right.
could tell you guys why it's called conflict theory.
About
later
that,
if
I was
you
about
want.
to
We
get
gonna
into
ask you
that.
that.
Yeah,
That was coming. That
Yeah,
was
that's a complex idea that I spent time on that one. But yeah, this is my first show with my music out. Actually, was at SOBs, and it was my first hometown show as well.
Mhm.
In Manhattan there with my music out. So my whole fan base just came and went crazy. We sold it out. It was nuts. We had like probably like 300 people in that building. It was
Well,
wild.
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
I was looking at that shit. I seen like the photo with all the
With the
the
cameras,
lights, the
yeah.
cameras.
That was
I'm
my
like,
first
yo,
headlining show. I was
hope.
hyped. I was
You know what I'm
hyped.
saying? That's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It
That's
was
what it is. But again, when I'm listening to the music and I'm listening to your flow, and it's it's slow, it's passionate. You know, but I can hear clearly what you're saying. You're talking about your hood. You're talking about your homies.
Absolutely.
You definitely shout out your homies a lot. And I be trying to catch little shit that I probably would agree with, but you ain't. you didn't do none of that for me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I try to keep it genuine. Like I said,
that
like
shit is
I'm
genuine.
not gonna
That
come
shit
in here
good.
and tell y'all like I bang and shit. Like that's
Right.
not me. Like yeah,
Right.
I lived in public housing. Like I said, it wasn't some crazy shit. It was
Right.
upstate. But I just try to keep it genuine with everything I do. That record was about my struggle growing up,
Right.
and like the shit I went through that made me the man I am today.
Right.
And that's where I really draw from my music straight up.
Yeah, you don't gotta get on the microphone and start rapping about shit that you didn't do. Start rapping about
never.
guns and selling drugs,
Yeah.
and you ain't do that shit. You went to school and all that, right?
Yeah. Actually, I just graduated college. Yeah, interesting
Big
little
deal.
situation there. Yeah.
Big deal. Big deal.
Yeah, I skipped high school back in the day. I started college when I was like 15. So I just finished that shit up happily. Need to
Big
get that out of the way.
deal, man. That shit is crazy, man. So how did you come about with the conflict theory?
All right, so conflict theory, it's an economic term actually.
See, you starting this college shit.
I don't want to overthink it, be too conscious with y'all, but
Nah,
Tell us,
say
man.
it,
I wanna know.
because
So
the
basically,
people listening.
conflict theory is like in the world you're always gonna have finite resources, right? So conflict theory is basically the conflict that arises between the rich and the underclass because of the scarce resources. So basically the whole point of the project was, you know, I grew up like low-key middle class in my first days. Some crazy shit happened, got evicted, moved into public housing, and this is like my conflict theory. Now I'm seeing what the world's really about. I'm seeing the conflict, and now I have to get myself out of this somehow. Luckily, I did it, and it kind of just tells my journey throughout that time.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fucking incredible.
I appreciate it.
So
now,
so basically, you see what the fuck we've been going through as black folks all our motherfucking lives.
Hell yeah, no,
Yeah, that
absolutely. And I can't connect with a lot of people who are on like rich kids, and I just don't connect with that. I don't vibe with it. I don't want to be rapping about like straight designer and shit. Like that's just not my vibe.
It's a struggle to get that. Like it's a period.
Yeah,
Like you hustle and bustle to do that, man, to get to that.
definitely.
Like that be your high point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yeah.
you get, you're like, I accomplished something, but you're like, you know, it's still more to go.
Now
That you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seeing more, but like once you accomplish the design, you like, I did it, but now I see like few more. It's a few more things I want to do. So yeah, that the hood is something else, man. The hood could capture you.
Yeah.
And turn you into something other than what you turn out to be.
Definitely,
so, you know what I mean?
changed the way I look at life for
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely.
People
so,
around me doing crazy shit, just try to stay focused on music. That's it.
right. So how you feel about this the drug epidemic that's going on in hip hop?
I mean, it's crazy. I don't do drugs. I speak out against it in my music. I smoke. That's all.
Right.
I need my Buddha to stay level-headed sometimes.
Right.
But I mean, it's just I got into music because I wanted to touch the people. Like I wanted to have an impact on people.
Right.
Like the way that people like Meek used to speak to me, some of like the older dudes like Biggie. Like I wanted that kind of reach on people. I wanted to like inspire kids to say, fuck with circumstances I was thrown in. I'm gonna go chase whatever I'm passionate about.
Right.
That's what I really wanted to do.
Right.
And like now you got rappers just rapping about drugs, and goddamn, I don't want no like 12-year-old kid going, oh, I'm a Papa Xanax because like XYZ said that shit was wavy. Like no.
The reason I asked you,
it's gonna destroy someone's life.
The reason I asked you because I was scrolling through your gram and I had seen since you was young, you actually met Mac Miller.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know how you took to his death, man.
That shit was interesting for me. Like I said, I lost the connection with him when like the hardship came into my life, just because his music didn't speak to me in the same way that it used to.
Didn't touch you, yeah.
But yeah, it's still like as my biggest influence when I was very young. That shit was pretty crazy. But low key, when I met Mac Miller, like that day, first meet and greet, I was like 13 years old, 12 years old. He was leaned out.
Right.
He could barely talk.
That's
He's
crazy.
like, eyes were barely open. I knew it too when I was little. I wasn't stupid, and I was just like, damn, like. This shit looked fun, but maybe this life ain't what it cut out to be. So I just stayed away from all that shit.
Right.
And he dead now. He overdosed. That's it. That's why I'm done with it. I don't touch that shit. No way.
Yeah, don't fuck with that shit.
Can't
but
have it.
your
Stay
last
away say no to drugs.
Say no to drugs, yes to money.
your last project.
That's a fact.
Your last project was fucking what you say 2 years ago? When you dropped it? When did you
2
drop
months
it?
ago.
2 months ago,
Yeah,
right?
2 months ago.
And
First project too.
how many videos you got for it?
I got one music video out right now for Out of Center. That's on YouTube, on Instagram as well. We got some more videos coming for it too.
That's coming, right?
Yeah, and we about to start releasing commercial singles. I don't have anything on platforms yet. This is just like my first introduction for promo.
Oh, that's
It
crazy.
just so this conflict there was just on SoundCloud. It's not on.
Yeah,
like,
it's not on the
Tidal,
platforms. Yeah, nah.
Your
You
next
ain't putting it
project
on
will
there?
be.
Yeah, we got some partnerships worked out. We gonna put it on there with a little different type of time.
Oh, okay,
coming
with,
soon,
with
yeah.
a different type of little whole situation.
Yeah,
Alright. Yeah,
a little different structure and
a little
shit.
structure, and we
Yeah.
get a little piece of the check. Now, you know what I mean?
Who would you like to work with?
Who's out right now?
Yeah.
I mean, in New
period.
Oh.
Not just who's out. Like,
Oh.
who would you work with? Who would you want to work with?
I mean, in the coming days, like in the early stages of my career, New York wise, definitely like a Dave East. I think Dave East doing his thing for New York. He keeps it real as hell.
Shout out Dave East, the whole Mass Appeal, man.
Absolutely, artists like J. Cole and Meek Mill. Obviously, that's
Mhm.
later on. Yeah, up and coming artists. I don't know. I feel like the sound is a little different than what I gravitate towards. So
Right.
there's not a lot of cats who just spit bars anymore, and that's kind of like what I like to do. But yeah, that's pretty much people I would like to work with in the
Downside.
Kendrick?
Oh, Kendrick, definitely. I don't know where Kendrick been at though. He been working.
Nah, he's still on tour for that last album.
He got
Oh,
that
he's
big
still on
check.
tour?
Man, that
Okay,
big check
yeah.
make you don't put out
He
music.
waiting. He waiting for Detox to drop.
Yeah.
That shit ain't gonna never drop.
Nah.
It's gonna drop, and Dre gonna do something still.
Any producers that you got in mind that you want to work with right
Definitely.
now?
Yeah, definitely. So growing up listening to Meek, there was a producer All Star who I actually started to make connections with recently. Hoping to work with him soon. He produced like a lot of Dream Chasers 1. He fuck with my music. Other producers like there's so many. Jay Dilla, rest in peace. That's
Jay Dilla.
that's my biggest influence in the beat making space, the production space. I do a little beat making too. Yeah, if we could bring him back, that'd be some craziness.
Right.
Yeah, Easy Mo B. Actually,
Ah.
I met Easy Mo B. We connected. He liked my records, so maybe I got a record in the works
Bring
for him
him
this
out.
year. We gonna
He's
see.
special.
Yeah,
too.
he
Who's
he a
telling
cool
you
guy,
about this
too.
shit, yo?
That's how I
Who's
came up
telling you
on
about
this
this shit,
I
yo?
came up on this shit, man. I didn't come up on.
He said Easy Mo B, son.
Yeah, that's ready to die.
That's your
Yeah.
rags, yo?
Nah, I met Easy Mo B. I met Easy Mo B last fall actually, and we connected, exchanged numbers, and I sent him my music, and he
Shit.
was fucking with it. So hopefully,
That's
I wanted to get in the
dope,
point in
yo.
my career where it's appropriate to reach out to someone as
Right.
legendary as him on that platform.
No
That's a
doubt.
fact.
That's
That's a
I
fact.
definitely
But
respect
shout out Easy Mo B. He been putting the game out since like 1995.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
a fact.
Easy Mo B.
Easy
dope.
motherfucking Mo B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Definitely.
son.
Out
Nigga
of
said
everybody.
Easy Mo
I mean,
B.
he
You
jumped
fucked
over
me up with
Primo.
that.
He jumped over Puff. He jumped over a whole lot. Just Blaze. He jumped over a few more.
Damn, he went crazy with that Easy Mo B.
Easy Mo
shit,
B
man.
though, because you know why? Easy Mo B hip hop. That's that boom bap.
Yeah.
That's all that. That's that
Absolutely.
1-2. Ain't nothing bass line,
Yeah.
little chord or something, little instrument. and
Yeah,
So
it's like over.
before you got here, show us like, let me see what he say about the N word. Would you use that in your rap?
Absolutely not. That is just completely inappropriate, disrespectful. Nah.
Listen, that remember I told you a few minutes ago, like I was trying to find something.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. I'm like, all right,
Nah.
you good with me.
I came up in New York City hip hop, like in neighborhoods that you make one wrong move, like that ain't gonna look good for you. Since I was very young, so I know how this shit work. I know how to stay in my lane when I need to.
Yeah,
I fuck
that's-
with Jake James,
I
man.
fuck with him.
No fronting, no
I
capping.
fuck with you, dog.
No bad vibes. I'm no prejudice against anyone, any demographic. I don't care
Facts.
if you gay, transgender, yellow, pink, blue, whatever.
Right.
Keep it
Nah,
cool.
that's what I was trying to find. I'm like, I can't find nothing.
Yeah.
But then with the music, but the music, you know, some people kind of. I'm not saying that you would intentionally put it, but it's kind of like a slip that goes into something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't none of that. It was more so just you vibing and writing and locking ass. You know what I mean? Doing that shit right with your music. So
Appreciate it. That's what I'm
I
trying to do.
fucks with it. Like,
Thank you.
I vibe all the way through. I was on Metro North with your shit. It don't matter.
Hell yeah! Shout out Metro
So,
North.
you know
Been
what I mean?
taking me
So-
home since
Yo,
1998.
he don't like nothing.
Well, I'm glad you rocking with the tape, bro. I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
you-
mean,
That's a
I
fact.
got, because I came up like, see, I came up with in hip hop.
yeah.
You know, Eric Sermon, my uncle. So, I listen. I'm a critic to his music. He's been out 30 years. So, it's like when I hear something I don't like it, I'm like, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if it's Hove, like, and that's my dude.
Yeah.
If I don't fuck with it, I ain't fucking with it. And that's just genuine shit.
No, he's
But like,
telling important people he don't like they
but,
That's your thing.
but nah,
I like
I'm just,
it. Nah, keep it real. Yeah.
But somebody gotta say it.
Yeah.
Everybody can't jack something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm jacking that. Nah, that shit is whack. Like,
Yeah.
Like, niggas.
I've always tried to have my own sound. I don't try to
your
dick ride,
sound,
no wave, no trend.
Yo, your sound.
I don't need an 808 to be hot.
That's a fact.
I might throw some in there. You
That's
never
a
know.
fact.
Nah, but it's part of the music now. It's genuinely part of the music. So, 808 ain't gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
So you might make the 808 better. But your whole sound and your music for me was good. I fuck with it. I like it, and I can't wait to a project to come out so I can support it.
Hell yeah.
That's
You
a
got
fact.
me.
Thank you.
I
Much love.
download it,
Much love.
listen to it with my workout.
So
Motivation.
what's your next move and what's your plans on and being in this hip hop game? Being
Absolutely.
that what is it? They say you need 1,000 streams for just to make
Million.
$1.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Like,
So, the
shit.
structure of the hip hop industry has changed so much since
Right.
back in the day. There's no more physical records. There's no more like pushing this shit on the streets. Like
Right.
that doesn't really work
That
anymore.
shit's yeah.
Yeah. Now it's all streaming based. Is crazy. My goal with this, honestly, build my own sound. I feel like the easiest way for you to pop these days is to take a different lane than what other people know.
Right.
Like you can't be doing the same thing as everybody else. They're not gonna hear it. It's gonna go in one ear out the other.
Right.
Because you got 100. How many people you know that rap? Like pretty much everyone rap these days.
Right. And it's easier now that you could just make a video with your phone and just put it out.
Definitely.
And if somebody like it, then
Yeah,
it'll catch the ears to the mainstream and
definitely. I'm gonna hit them heavy with some singles this year,
okay.
and then probably a project by the end of the year. We got some shows and some tours lined up for the end of the year too. So yeah, just keep it pushing.
Hopefully we get tickets to them.
Oh,
shows
absolutely.
in New
Next
York,
one in
because
New York. Definitely.
SOBs, it was a rap. I'm
Yeah,
like,
nah,
yo,
we
what's up
got
with this
you, we
nigga?
got
Like, yo,
you.
it's sold out. I was like,
SOBs was crazy. Shout out SOBs
Yeah,
once again.
I definitely need to be in the next
he
New
sold
York
out
joint.
the show in
Yeah,
SOBs.
no, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So yeah, I mean,
He was
that was my
headlining.
my first show with my music out. My first headline set. We sold it out. My whole fan base showed love. That was a legendary
That's
night.
dope.
Yeah.
Nah, I wanted to be there.
Nah, it was sold out. We asked for the tickets too late. We was slow on that. We really wasn't slow on it. We gonna blame water. Y'all know water. We gonna blame water.
Water be working. Water be
water
working.
work.
Don't blame him, man.
We gonna blame water.
But yeah, first project, I got my little come up like 10K followers. Next project, I'm thinking like 100K. That's the goal. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, how
that's-
did you
that's how you
get
do
this
it.
following? How did you get this following like that? Like,
Honestly, like I started doing freestyle videos, not even freestyle, just verse videos on Instagram, and people caught on just because I was talking about some real shit.
and you was white. We not going to skip past the fact that are you mixed with anything? What's your nationality? man?
Nah. I feel like uncomfortable around most white people in New York City, at least, because I don't know, they bougie in New York.
It's a different
I
type
don't-
of vibe, and
Yeah, I don't
they be like, yo,
gravitate
you
with
fucked
it.
a white bitch in New York?
Yeah.
Nah, man, you fuck a white bitch in motherfucking in PA, Jersey. It's hard to fuck a white chick in New York.
But not mixed by any means. But I don't know. I just come from a low income background. All my friends are like, they're not rich people, and I guess that kind of contributed to my sound and my
Right,
energy.
your
growing
story.
Up. Yeah,
You-
I got
you
friends
definitely got a
that
hella
gang
story.
bang and sell drugs. I got friends that go to great colleges. I just
Right.
try to keep it diverse. Yeah.
Dope. So
Yes,
that,
you should, man.
That mean your story gonna be crazy.
I hope,
gotta
yeah.
stop-
album
you know-
gonna
I hope
be
so. I haven't even told my story yet. That album just touched on it a little bit. It gets way deeper than that, but that shit personal. So we gonna see.
I'm in for all of that shit, man.
Yeah.
That shit gonna be dope, man. I gotta get a verse from you, son.
I got you.
And
I got you.
I need
You want
16.
you want an acapella?
Acapella.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Everybody got it twisted. They don't know my story of this life that I'm living. I've been hesitant to tell them I ain't playing the victim. Think it give me motivation when they say I'm a gimmick. Nothing standing in my way. I took the script and I flipped it. My city fucking amazed. Yeah, I really remember fiends in them project hallways. Always told my homies we would make it out one day. Maneuver through the streets, keep a watch for the gunplay. Some say we would never make it this far. Every record we be raising a bar. I ain't had no other choice. I just had to feed my family, dog. Only 20 and ain't taking me long. Look. What's a peasant to a king? I rewrote the route I was given. Seen them settle for the lesser, but they hate to admit it. I've been focused on my dreams, so they came to fruition. See the youngins all around me running circles, I get it. I know it's hard to have a voice when that ain't what you giving. But if you give this everything, you bound to see it different. I done gave up everything I had in life to get it, and the only thing I learned is we can switch up our conditions. I told them don't hold back, cause tomorrow never promise shit you better than that. When it's time for us to go, there ain't no running it back. You either sheep or you leading the pack, and that's life, motherfucker.
Yo.
You either sheep
get it,
or
let's
you
get
leading
it.
the pack, or
This
you leading the pack.
motherfucker is different, son.
That's a fact.
I'm trying to speak to the people.
Yo, we got Daneek that just pulled up in the building, man. What up, Daneek? What's good, nigga? That's Jake James, man. What's happening?
Good,
Come
D,
up
what's good?
What's good, brother? Yeah, man.
What up, Jake?
Yeah.
What you dog?
Damn, we got motherfucking Daneek just pulled up in the fucking building, man.
What's
That's
up?
gangster, man.
Yeah,
For
man.
real,
Yo,
man.
listen.
Yo,
You
Look.
either a sheep or you leading the pack. You
That's
said
how
it.
I see it. That's how I see it.
whoop, yo, that's
ain't nothing but to say, but the ending. Some shout outs or something, man. You can't really ask nothing behind that verse. Like you can't.
yeah. You fucked me up with
You
the
can't,
yo.
you
I
can't.
appreciate
What,
it.
what can I ask you after that?
I be taking time with my bars, trying to make them intricate and
I
whatnot.
was about
you know?
to say that. You be writing your shit, or do you like?
Yeah, most of the time I write my shit just because I got 16 bars. I gotta say what I need to say.
And you ain't pull out your phone. I was waiting for you to pull your phone out.
Nah.
Yeah, you know what though?
Wow,
Let me tell you
son.
something. An OG producer told me like Rockwilder. He told me like, yo, like there's no way that you write rhymes. You know what I'm saying? And you don't memorize them shit. But
Yeah.
if a nigga song come on, you can memorize the song.
It's
on the
taken
radio.
away from
nah,
the culture.
Like,
No,
you bugging.
yeah,
How you don't know
definitely,
your
yeah.
shit like that? So,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You
People have been pulling out phones a lot recently.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that on radio interviews. That was
Yeah.
never a
Some
thing
of
back in the day.
your favorite artists is pulling out phones.
Yeah,
And people
that's
be
a fact.
capping too on the 5-finger freestyle. They be spitting writtens all day. You can hear that too.
Yeah.
Or the
No way you got 6-syllable rhymes in a freestyle.
only person I seen kill that joint was Pap.
There's a couple people I've seen.
Pap kill that. No.
My
Pap.
song killed it.
No. I'm
My song
bugging.
kill every radio
Some from
freestyle.
Philly. What's his name?
Oh.
Black Thought.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Black Thought. Yeah.
Oh, Flexion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best one ever.
Yeah. No. 5 Fingers is Sway.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, but I like the my song. My song for me be hitting all the points that you be wanting to say. He say it for me. Like, you know, certain things you really can't go say. He gonna say it, but he put it in metaphoric ways that you be like, ooh.
Yeah. You got
I
the
like
soul.
that.
for
Daneek,
sure.
you want to get on this mic? Let that yo
What's up,
bang.
man?
Let Daneek get on this joint. Nah, it's all good, dog.
Hop on the mic.
This shit, man. For real.
New York got some energy though. I think New York bringing it back right now.
That's
I'm
a
happy
fact,
to see.
though, man.
I'm happy to see what's going on.
I'm happy as well because we was in a slump for a minute, man. We was definitely in a slump for a long time, man.
Now we got it now though. We got it.
Dog, let the world know who you are, man. Let the
Peace. It's your
What's
brother,
good?
Daneek, lyrical assassin.
Dope.
Dope dude,
Mr.
man.
500.
Mr. 500. Speak up. I could,
You can hear me?
yeah, you hear yourself louder? You hear yourself clear?
You could bring me up a little bit
There
more.
you go.
That's good. That's good. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the world know, man. Once again, who you are.
Yeah,
again, man.
Daneek, lyrical assassin, Mr. 500. You heard?
Uh-huh.
Your brother from
Now.
the East.
You missed the introduction of Jake James, man. This is
Peace.
a dope-ass
Nah, I
MC,
know,
man.
I
He got
know.
a lot going
know.
on for itself, man, and so do you. You got you just came out with your mixtape that's
EP, yeah.
classic EP,
Yeah.
timeless.
Yeah,
That's sound timeless.
yeah.
Know what I mean? And I'm happy that you came in the building, man.
Yeah, man. I just
Unexpectedly,
came
it
to
was
support. I ain't even-
yo, man. It feels good, man. It definitely feels good, man. Let the world know what to expect from you, man.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, we're going to continue to upgrade, uplift, motivate, inspire, bring that fire back to hip-hop, bring that fire back to the universal sound of music through hip-hop, and we just going to continue to build. That's it.
That's dope.
That's what we
son.
going to do.
I'm ready to ask you to spit bars, man. But
Whatever
you,
we
you,
do.
you,
I don't wanna,
you the nephew of Spinderella,
yeah,
right?
that's my aunt. Yeah.
Wow.
Blood
You related
aunt.
to my brother,
Yeah, who that?
Jameek.
Jameek, that's my cousin.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh, wow. Oh, we family.
So
then.
let me just ask you a question, right? being a nephew of like an iconic DJ that was basically like part of building hip hop. Is it easier to get in the game or is it harder? Like what?
I mean, well,
that's just something to
it's kind of hard.
You could drop on.
It's kind of hard because given the fact Spin been in the game for a while, but it's still hard for her to pull those strings. It's not as easy as it seemed for her to just be like, yo, look, you still got to be able to prove something. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is about who you know. Certain doors can open up, but you still got to bring that impact for you to put. You still got to put your own grind on. And that's the position I'm in at this moment. Just grinding.
Now, your FOI, your Fruit Islam.
Yes, sir.
Is it kind of like hard to say what you really want to say because you don't want them to look at you different? Like, I know it's things that you really, really want to say, but you holding back because you like, I can't do this.
Yeah, of course it is. Bro,
he do say it metaphorically though.
It's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand the type of effort it takes to do that, just that. I'm a part of an organization.
Right.
So in this organization, there's certain type of limits I can't cross. So I have to know how to deliver the message in a way where it doesn't violate my restrictive laws, it doesn't violate my organization, but I still get it through. So it's very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difficult situation.
I know, I hear
It's
you.
difficult, and it's difficult for a lyricist anyway. I hear bro spitting. It's difficult because when you're a lyricist, the expectations is different than when you just creating certain type of music and going there high and just.
Right. Now, see, I'm happy you said that. This man don't.
That's what I'm saying. So now you a lyricist, so
16.
you have to take time to make sure, because when people listen to you, they not gonna give you a pass.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
They not giving no passes out.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
They like, yo, all right, that shit was high. I want to hear something different. All right.
In this game of like, they want instant gratification.
Yeah.
You could drop a video today, then they want another new one tomorrow.
What I'm saying. Just never.
Yeah, but even what they doing now, the shit that they dropping, man, it's like it's so corny. Like it's more drugged up videos than it is like just regular cool.
Hell yeah.
Like, damn, that was hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus
Jake,
this nigga was hot.
I never heard a verse blow my mind in like at least a year. Like I never listened to a verse that came out and was like, damn. Like
nah,
that
you're
shit
not gonna get that.
You listen to a song that make you wild out and shit. But
Yo, y'all don't fuck with Benny the Butcher and them, Conway the Machine,
Conway,
Westside Gun and them.
Westside Gun, Conway.
Those, yo, I ain't gonna lie, they the only ones I've been listening to.
Conway.
I saw them they were at A3C last year.
Right.
They bodied that.
Yo,
they
man.
Wilding with like 100 people on stage.
Man, they
what
crazy.
I would say though, in regards to the music itself, I don't want to take nothing away from what the young boys is doing, because honestly, they in tune with the music, bro. Like, you have to really give them that they can make music to make the feeling. Like, for some reason, they got the feeling in the music.
They
so
got 100,000
you'll just be sitting there like, yo, why am I repeating this? I shouldn't be repeating this, but I am. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
They know how to, they put the feeling in the music. That's why I don't knock them. I just do what I do, and it is what it is.
So before we go, can we get a verse from you? Jake, one more verse, bro. Please. Can I get back?
Let me check with my manager.
One more. Rags.
He said,
one more. Rags, one more. Thank you, Rags. Yo, Daneek, Jake, before we get the fuck out of here.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Go ahead. Acapella, nigga.
You got it.
Listen, stop overthinking your moves and just react. And you won't leave room for doubt to hold you back. You not organizing all day, you ain't talking facts. And then you wonder why you ain't able to hold the stack you got. Too much pride, not enough in your mind. Plus your flow garbage, man, you niggas need to stop it. Gotta be a humble assassin, master of taking action. Book smart, street smart, speak the mood of masses. Money don't make the man. But if the man don't got a plan to make the money, leave his family looking funny, they like, damn, where you at? You should be the man here. Wife like, boy, I'm gonna need a man here. See time flying, and you don't need to stand there. You better start running, hit the grind 100. See my bars hit rapids so hard when I'm speaking. Now I'm flying over cars like it's All-Star Weekend. Y'all halfway decent. Boy, y'all ain't ready. Me, I set fire to this mic like Pepsi. I run laps around you cats, I'm on my second win. Put the game in the figure 4 like it's wrestling. Spit it till it's excellence. Now I do it effortless. Take you dudes out your comfort zone, you irrelevant. To be a man in this world like the universe resting up on your shoulders, you gotta work with the elements to separate the men from the boys who's all noise. Came up rough, but my mannerism is poised. All praise to Allah for giving restrictive laws. In the hood, I seen more hand in hands than Floyd, the pain, the joy. Brothers die, babies born, the brainless war, and some days of rain galore. I seen dreams to fly, turn the schemes to raw. Potential NBA stars, now security guards. Hip hop culture, raise us up, mixtape merchants. Bar shift gravity, you can feel the inertia. I'm mathematically ripping rappers rapidly, tactically, emphatically. They don't got the capacity to stack with me. Ain't nobody ready for me. Bring your whole crew, man. I make them inspect the deck like Wu-Tang. Don't talk, just show and prove when you do things, and time would determine who's real. If your crew changed, cause we wanted to be mobsters made men until we found out we was gods, then the game changed. Some brothers didn't see it when it made sense. It's like a brand new camera, same old lens. Look, I'm hot off the hand, do a sample, leave the game open like sand dunes. Hot like a blazer, then came up from a lighter, man. I'm flaming and I'm potent the flow to take them higher. Rap supplier, I'm fireman, they need more. These dudes hating, I see through them like screen doors. Eat more, you won't have time to see flaws. Meanwhile, they comparing me to C4s. I'm cut from a different scene, running at a different speed, different ball game. I'm in a different league. Won't stop shitting till I'm greater than 5 lakes. It's my fate. Now I'ma start off with the tri-state. First rapper try, first rapper I annihilate. Blacks killing blacks, still leading the crime rate. Self-hatred, no limits and no rules. Young boys playing with steel like Yakub. I'm trying to bridge the gap from the Crips and the Pyrus. Cause at the end of the day, we all lose. Me, I'm all grind. You all snooze. You still need 5 more minutes to get through. Be the evolution, the revolution, and make a change. Y'all barking me, I bite and lock Joe in the game. Look, I lock Joe in the game. Be the evolution, the revolution, and make a change.
Damn, how many?
Yeah. Let's get it.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go, Jake.
End it out.
That was hot. You trying to tell me my pitch corrected, you get corrected. I started slow and picked the flow up in a millisecond. For the record, I've been climbing every second, trying to show these A&Rs that I'm fine with independent. Confident that I'ma get the stadium packed, even though I'm never fucking with that radio rap. To tell the truth, these suckers never playing your tracks unless you got a tight hook with some bass in the back. That intelligence irrelevant when liquor abundant. All these whack motherfuckers got me sick to my stomach. Made some finishing touches, they say he should have been signed. Middle finger to the critics trying to put him aside. Check, it's never censored when I step into the center. Middle finger to the Senate, they ain't protecting or representing. They get percentage instead of lessening deficit, spending it for their benefit, hand debts to the rest of us. But you know what? I'ma get rich and take a selfie for the gram while I'm fucking your bitch. You can catch me with a 40 on 106 when my homies and some shorties looking blunted as shit. Ha!
God damn!
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yo, my God,
Yes,
son.
sir. Yes,
Yo,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
Before we get the fuck out of here, because, y'all got this shit on fire right now, man.
That's a
Got
fact.
some bars in this room right now. I
God
like
damn.
that.
Any shout-outs, man, that y'all want to give, man? Please.
Well, look,
You go first. You go
Well,
first.
look, man, first off, I want to tell everybody, if you didn't already, go get that EP.
That's
right now. Daneek Timeless, DANEEK Timeless.
Where
Go
to
look
find
it
that
up
at?
on Apple Music. It's available on all platforms. It's a dope EP filled with feeling, filled with motivation, filled with those bars, filled with everything. You know, just go get that right now. Definitely want to shout out my team, my manager with me. You know what I mean? We want to continue to work and continue to build in East New York. We in the building,
That's
baby.
a fact,
It's a
man.
fact.
Jake James, your go, baby.
Absolutely. Like he said, my project dropped 2 weeks ago. Conflict Theory, out on SoundCloud right now.
Dope
Got a
ass
lot of-
project.
Thank you. Got a lot of commercial singles coming very soon. You can catch me on Instagram at Jake James. Want to give a shout out to my management company, my man Ragov, my manager. Eject that, my family, my friends, everybody in the city right now. I want to give a shout out to Rel for the tour. Yeah, this year's gonna be crazy.
It's definitely crazy. Definitely fucking crazy.
Moving forward, man.
Moving forward, man. We a motherfucker up out of here, man. We see y'all next week, man. We did that shit finally. One.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your brother from the East, Daneek. You know how I go. Moving Forward podcast. Definitely support the movement. It's on.
Yes, sir.
So we got Jake James in the building. Here we're Moving Forward podcast in Brooklyn. Keep it real. More to come.
This motherfucker's nice.
Yo, check out their projects, man. You got one on SoundCloud, Jake James.
Conflict Theory on SoundCloud right now. Go get that.
Daneek got, you know what I'm saying?
Timeless EP available on all platforms. Go stream that right now.
All support, man.
Move forward.
I thought niggas wasn't working, but we out here working.
That's a fact, man. I'm trying to hold my stomach.